Your backpack is stuffed with lies. Every zipper, every pocket, every piece of gear you spent your hard-earned money on because some influencer told you it was essential. The knife that dulls after 3 cuts. The fire starter that works perfectly in your living room but turns into expensive kindling when it actually rains. The shelter that collapses the moment real wind hits it. You've been sold a fairy tale wrapped in tactical nylon and marketed by people who've never spent a night outside without room service. But here's what they don't want you to know. For thousands of years, humans survived ice ages, plagues, famines, and wars with nothing but 12 simple tools. Not 12 categories of tools, not 12 brands. 12 actual items that kept our ancestors alive when the world tried to kill them. These weren't manufactured in some factory in China. They weren't endorsed by survivalists with perfect teeth and sponsorship deals. They were forged by necessity, tested by death, and proven by the simple fact that you exist today. The survival industry wants you dependent. They want you buying the latest gadget, the newest innovation, the revolutionary breakthrough that makes everything else obsolete. It's a business model built on fear and incompetence. Convince you that survival is complicated, that you need specialized gear for every possible scenario, that without their products you're helpless. Then watch the money roll in while you carry 40 pounds of junk that won't save you when it matters. Meanwhile, a Roman legionnaire conquered half the world with a gladius, a shield, and whatever he could scavenge. A Viking explorer crossed oceans with an axe and a knife. A pioneer family crossed a continent with tools that fit in a single chest. They weren't tougher than you. They weren't smarter. They just understood something the modern world has forgotten. Simplicity works. Complexity kills. Think about it. When was the last time your grandfather needed a GPS to find his way home? When did your great-grandmother require a water filtration system that cost more than her monthly groceries? They lived through the Depression, through wars, through times when the power went out and stayed out. And they did it with tools so basic, so fundamental, that we've dismissed them as primitive. But primitive doesn't mean inferior. It means tested. It means proven. It means that when everything else fails, when the batteries die, when the warranty expires, when the company goes out of business, these tools still work. They work because they have to. Because for most of human history, failure meant death. The 12 tools I'm about to show you aren't sexy. They won't make you look like a tactical operator. They won't impress anyone at the camping store. What they will do is keep you alive. They'll work when you're cold, when you're tired, when you're scared, when everything has gone wrong and you're down to your last option. They've been doing it for centuries. Each tool on this list earned its place through blood and necessity. Every one represents thousands of years of human innovation, not marketing innovation. Real innovation. The kind that happens when getting it wrong means you don't come home. The kind that strips away everything unnecessary and leaves only what works. You want to know why most survival gear is a lie? Because it solves problems you'll never have while ignoring the ones that will actually kill you. It's designed for scenarios that exist only in Hollywood and sales brochures. The real world doesn't care about your gear reviews or your YouTube channel. It cares about results. So let's talk about what actually works. Let's talk about the tools that built civilizations, won wars, and kept humanity alive through the darkest chapters of history. Starting with number 1. The axe. Not some lightweight hatchet with a fiberglass handle that snaps when you need it most. A real axe. Steel head, wooden handle, heavy enough to split logs and light enough to swing all day. Our ancestors didn't have chainsaws. They didn't have power tools. They had an axe and the knowledge that this single piece of steel could build their shelter, provide their fuel, and defend their family. You think you need a tactical tomahawk? A survival hatchet with 17 different features? Wrong. You need an axe that your great-grandfather would recognize. One piece of sharpened steel that's been doing the same job for 3,000 years. It cuts wood. It shapes timber. It processes fuel. It breaks through barriers. It's a hammer when you need one, a wedge when you need one, and a weapon when everything else has failed. But here's what the gear companies won't tell you. The best axe isn't the newest one. It's the one that's been used. The one with a worn handle polished smooth by calloused hands. The one that's been resharpened so many times the head is smaller than when it was forged. Because an axe that's been used is an axe that works. Modern manufacturers want to sell you innovation. Your ancestors wanted to sell you reliability. Number 2, the knife. Not a collection of knives, not a tactical folder with 17 different blades. One knife, fixed blade, full tang, simple steel that holds an edge. This isn't about looking dangerous. This is about having a tool that can skin game, prepare food, cut rope, carve wood, and perform 1,000 other tasks that keep you alive. The knife is an extension of your hand. It's the difference between civilization and chaos. Vikings carried one knife. Roman soldiers carried one knife. Mountain men who disappeared into the wilderness for months carried one knife. They didn't need a different blade for every task because they understood something we've forgotten. A good knife in skilled hands can do anything. A dozen specialized knives in unskilled hands are worthless. So there you have it. 12 tools that conquered continents while you're still arguing about battery life. Your ancestors didn't survive because they had better gear. They survived because they understood that survival isn't about what you carry. It's about what you know. Strip away the marketing. Ignore the influencers. Trust what history has already proven. When the world tries to kill you, it won't care about your gear reviews. It'll only care about results.